all, welcome to my channel. I'm Mark, this is Mark's Mods, and today we are going to do issue 35 of Build Your Own X-Wing. Now, there is quite a lot to do in this issue and quite fiddly bits to do as well, so it's going to be nice to have something nice and neat and chunky, that's what I say, to do on the X-Wing. So we better get started, so let's get modelling. Okay, so I'm going to show you why there is a lot to do in this magazine. I know I don't normally do it, but that's the list of parts we've got for today. Now, what we need to be doing is we need to be putting some hydraulic struts onto the cockpit canopy. We've got that there. And then we're going to be working on the more framework for the X-Wing, as you can see. And then we've got the targeting computer, just like that. So we have got quite a lot to get on with today, so let's get started now. Excuse me. The first thing I need to bring across is the cockpit canopy. I have mine in a bag just for safe storage, and what we need to do, we need to get these parts here. Now these came on a strut, but I'll show you on the close-up camera. They are absolutely tiny. We've got them, and then I'll show you what else we have. We have these as well. These are pins, and they've got like a smooth side and a rough side, and that will come into play in a second. So let me go back to build camera. So what we need to do is need to get the hydraulic strut looking like that, and we need to put one of these tiny pins in. Now you need to put the smooth end in first. There we go, I've already lost it. These are very, very small. So what I'm going to do, I'm just going to change tweezers to some better tweezers. I suppose reverse tweezers might be a good idea in this, but I'm not a fan of reverse tweezers, and the reason for that is I'm used to pushing down on things, so me with the reverse tweezers would probably fail. So let's put that on there to protect the perspex for the glass. I presume it's glass, it could be anything. Star Wars world, could be perspex, it could be anything. Okay, I'm just going to try and line that strut up. Now I just want to get it in. What I'm trying to do is put this in first, the pin, and then it's in the hole. Sorry if you can't see this, it is very, very intricate work. Okay, so I'm just going to push that in. Okay. Then I'm going to get the strut, and then I'm going to bob that into place. There's not a lot of room to work on in this cockpit. We'll get this first one in, hopefully. Very, very difficult to work with. Right, I'm just going to transfer to some flat ones. There we go, and that's clipped into place. So then we do the next one. Then we're just going to use the pliers to push that strut into place, like so. So then we have the other one to do. Sort of same method. Going to put the pin in. First, just push it into place. This one's been a bit fiddly as well. Okay, so we've done that. Just move that pin out a little bit because it's just gone in too far. bit further than what I wanted it to. Okay, my arm is sticking to the bag. Get that strut in. The hardest part on this is just aligning it all up, making sure that the pin is going into the hole, and that one went in a lot more smoothly. So I'm just going to use the pliers, and that rough edge basically locks the pins into place. That's in now, and that one's in now as well. Okay, so what I'll do is I'll show you on the close-up camera what them struts look like in place, and there you can see they're in place. Okay, so I'm just going to move that to one side for the moment. We'll go back to build camera, because what we need to bring over next are these parts here and here. Now we're not going to get away from putting more little bits in, because what we need to do is we need to put this part into this part here. I'll show you on the close-up camera what these are. So you've got this part here, excuse my phone, and then you've got this part here, and they're just going to join together like that, and a pin putting through them. Okay, so back to build camera. So my phone going off. Okay, so I'll tell you what, let's get that on silent, then it won't annoy us. So silent, there we go. Okay, so again we need to bring one of these pins across. These are longer, but we need to put the smooth edge of the pin in first. So got it on my tweezers, very hard to see. Let me just bring it a bit further, and then you might be able to see a bit better on the camera, because I do tend to work near my body. Now I've been working very hard in not doing that, so try and get the hole lined up on the strut. In fact, I might do what I did last time, and that's do that, then slot that in, push that down, and then you need to get some pliers. These are long nose pliers, and push that strut into place. So that's the first one done. Let's do the second. So again, bob it through the hole, turn it that way, just back it out a little bit, just so I can get that other piece in. Push the pin through, and get the pliers, and slot that into place. That satisfying click noise when you've done it. Okay, so we need to bring the cockpit canopy back over now. Now there is a certain way that these go around, and they want to be facing, let me see, do this properly. So what we need to do is we need to slot these onto the pins we've already done, but we need to do these in a certain way. We need to go on like that. There's a little notch here. I'll show you that on the close-up camera. There's a little notch there, and that needs to be on the inside. So let's put this into place. Just push it down like so, and then the second one, and push that. Oh, this one does, oh, because I'm doing it wrong. That's why I'm putting the shorter end in first. So push that down into place. I'll show you what that looks like on the closer camera. And that's them in place like so. Okay, so we need now to put that to one side because we've finished working on that. What I'm going to do, I'm going to put it back in the bag to protect it while in storage, so whenever we need it next. Okay, so move that to one side now. Now the next bits we need to bring across are these. Now these are in order of size, so they're labelling them part 1, part 2, part 3, part 4 and part 5. And then we have these parts here as well. Now I've studied the instructions and I think I know which way they're going to go on. So hopefully I get this right, because the pictures are not that clear on it. But what we need to do is we need to take this bit here and we're going to basically, hopefully this works and I've got it right. It should go in, but it's not. Okay, so let's double check why that is. So have I got these the wrong way around? Like I said, I did try and sort them beforehand. No, that's the side not going in, so let's turn this away around this way and see if it's this one. Just double check, and like I said, I did check these beforehand, like I said, but no. Right. That's why, because they go on like that. Okay, so while that's there, I'm going to screw this place, and the screws we're using for this one are the XW01 screws. So I'll get that side in first. Like I said, I did double check the instructions, so I hope nobody's going to complain at me. I did familiarise myself with the parts, but okay, so that's the first one in. So the next one is this one. Yep, that's correct. And again, we need to screw that in place with an XW01 screw. Like I said, the instructions for this are just not that clear. So you do try and match them up. See, I'm more of a visual person than I am. It's not lining up. Now it is. Basically, I'm more of a visual person than I am a reading person and understanding text. Okay, so as you can see there, them two are in place. Okay, so this is where the fun bit happens, because then we need to start putting these into place by slotting them down into place. Now this is why they're in size order. So that's the first one in. That's the second one in. Please make sure that these tabs are going to the front, or to what I would say the narrow end. Okay, so that one's now in. Okay, so that one's now in. I need to turn a page here. Just holding this in place. And then we need to put this one in. Now, I'm looking at this, and them tabs actually need to, this one needs to face that way, but these two need to face the other way. So I don't know why that is, but we will correct it. So my bad on that one. So that's that one in place. Let's remove the other one and turn it round. And that's that one in place. And then again, this tab needs to be facing out. Now this is where you're going to need 3 hands, because that's now in place, but we need to screw that in while holding it with an XW01 screw. So let's get one loaded up. And let's get one secured in, because I'm mindful if I was to let this go, all these middle bits which are not screwed in would just come out and fly everywhere, and we don't want that to happen. Okay, so we'll get the last one in. And once we've got this one in, we can then let it go. And that's the last one in place, and that's looking like that. Okay, so the next parts we need to bring across are these parts here. Now, while I'm looking at this, these parts basically are going to be fitting on, let's have a look. Oh gosh, I'm going to make it easy for us, do they? They're going to be fitted like this, but you need to make sure you line it up properly. So that's nicely into place. So let's get that screwed in. So that's the first one. So we're just screwing it in from the rear and the front. Making sure we've got it the right way around. Make sure that screws nice and tight. Let's get the next one in. Goodness knows how long this video is going to be. That's the next one in. Then we need to just make sure this is the right way around, like that, and put this in. And again, we need to screw it in with an XW1 screw. So, completely different issue this time, that we're actually not working on the laser cannon, or a wing, or fiddly parts for an engine for a wing that you're never going to see, but you know is there. Okay, so that's that part now in place, and that's the finished framework for this issue. The last thing we need to do is we need to bring over this part here, and we need to bob in this targeting computer. Now again, it's really confusing how this goes, how this is in place. So we want to put it on the side here and then just push it in. The reason I'm saying it's confusing is which way it goes round, and it is push fit. Right, so maybe it goes that way around. Definitely doesn't go that way around. So it goes that way, push in like so, and that's the targeting computer complete. And that is it for this issue. So we have put the hydraulic struts on the canopy. We've made this very nice framework. It very much reminds me of the Millennium Falcon does this, and all the framework we did on that. So yeah, that really does bring back memories of doing the Falcon. And then we've got this targeting computer where we just put a little bit of an end piece on to it, and that is this issue 35 done. Well, that's it for today. Thanks for tuning in. Thanks for watching this build. I did quite enjoy it. It was very difficult working out which piece was which piece, especially on that framework. But like I said, I'm more of a visual person than reading instructions to try and understand something. So That's the way I've always been, that's where I've always worked, so I am getting a little bit better at it. But yeah, but if you like this video, please give it a massive thumbs up. If you haven't subscribed, hit that subscribe button and hit the notification bell and you'll be notified of any future videos. But as for always, bye for now. Bye. Bye.